Welcome back to Terraria Journey Mode, one step at a time. Today we'll be taking a look at the basic ore types scattered throughout your world. Each tier of ore has two types, but only one will generate per world. This is picked randomly upon creation. Also, one of the ores depends on which evil biome you wind up with. At the most basic, you've got copper and tin, then a step up from that you've got iron and lead, then silver and tungsten, and finally gold and platinum. Now as I said, only one of these from each pair will generate per world in veins throughout the underground layers, though lower tier ores sometimes appear in the surface layer or on Sky Island. However, that doesn't mean it's impossible to get the unpicked ores. Ores that are rewarded from sources other than world generation, such as the extractinator, fishing crates, and slime drops, are not locked to your world's specific ores, giving you a way to collect the ones not naturally found in yours. Another way you can find the unselected ores would be to generate another world and hope for them to appear in that one. If you do decide to go this route, your best bet would be to use the Drunk World seed, as that seed generates both types of each tier. Your world will also either have Demonite or Crimtane, depending on which world evil you've wound up with. Demonite for the Corruption, and Crimtane for the Crimson. These ores can be found very rarely in patches below 0 feet in elevation, but are more commonly dropped by bosses such as the Eye of Cthulhu, which will drop whichever ore generates naturally in your world, or the Eater of Worlds or the Brain of Cthulhu, which drop their biome's respective ore. To research all of these, you'll need 100 each. But make sure to save up your ore for research before turning them into bars for crafting, as once you gather the necessary 100, you'll have access to as many as you could possibly need. Speaking of bars, each ore has a corresponding one. Metal bars are the main material used for crafting a lot of early game tools and armors and require a furnace to craft. First we'll make that furnace requiring 20 stone, 4 wood, and 3 torches. We only need one of these to research. Then, to research the bars, you'll need 25 of each of them, each bar requiring either 3 or 4 ore to craft. But if you followed my advice, you'll have no issue financing this research. Just grab as many as you need from the creative menu. In future steps, we'll take a more in-depth look at each of these materials and what we can use them for. But for now, you'll just have to make sure to keep your eye out for the next step in the journey.